It feels like almost all my life being based on social media and telling people about my life, showing my life, how I'm living, what I'm doing since my childhood, when I started to have my first blog. And 2 years ago, around 2 years ago, I started to feel I need more privacy, I want more privacy, and now, after 2 years when I started to do so, I feel like I really appreciate my personal life, private life, that I don't need to show everything on stories, I don't need to talk about everything on YouTube, I don't need to tell about each trip or every trip that we go somewhere on holiday. I don't need to film everything, and it feels quite unusual, to be honest, but because when you are all your life doing content, creating content, and all your life based on this process, now it feels really different, but I really love it. Maybe because of age, I just become 30 years old, or maybe because the market and me and people around really changed. And I worked on my mental health previously, for sure, in different way, with different technique, with different therapists, but now I started to do new things and I want to tell about them more. And recently I discovered when, like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I usually worked with my head. Like I thought, oh, I need a new therapist to work with, or I need to find new teacher, I need to find new tricks, I need to find books, like to feed my brain, to find some new thoughts, to find new ideas and vectors. But this year and last year, I realized I can work on my mental health with my body. And I started to think about it, how I can do it. And recently I find a lovely, I could say, teacher. She's acupuncturist. Acupuncture, it's like Asian technique of relaxation with needles. And I tried it before, but now I realize that it really feels to relax my nervous system, because previously, again, I started to do with my nervous system, with my brain, oh, I need to meditate, I need something not to think, or I need to think in different way, or something like that. But now I realized I can do it through the body as well. So acupuncture and massages really helps me, even if it's like a general massage, so I don't need to go to a specialist. It could be like working with your body and realize it works well. And surprisingly, yoga works for me as well, because previously I thought, oh, I need to find a class, I need to find an inspirational place to do yoga, or I need to find a community to work with in sports somehow. But to be honest, it's always ended up when I'm visiting 1 or 2 classes and that's it, and I started to do it at home. So it really helped me to be in the moment when I feel, okay, now I'm ready to do some classes like at home, or I'm in that mood, I am in right condition to do so. Because usually when you are booking your classes, you go in the morning or in the evening, and sometimes in the morning you're tired, or you don't have ability to go, or you don't have time, or you have like random thoughts and you can't appreciate or enjoy your class. But at home it's different, because you can choose the right moment. Only one thing that you can say, oh, not now, but when I started to work on it, I realized it's for me, it's for myself, I'm not doing for someone else. This is why I'm trying every day to find the right time for it, and usually I do it before noon, because after I can say, oh, in 2 hours, in 2 hours, in 2 hours, and it's already late evening, and it's like, oh, it's too late. So I'm trying to do it, find one time before noon, and doing it for 10 minutes, sometimes it could be even 5 minutes, and it helps me a lot when you do it regularly, and combine it with massages. Previously I visited for 1 hour for full body, but then realized, why do I need full body? And then I started to do 30 minutes for only back and neck. And yeah, it's good, it's cheaper, and it's not that much time. You don't need to spend like hour and go there and back. It's like only 30 minutes, and it helps a lot. And combining it with yoga, it could be like obvious things, but I just wanted to share with you because I'm not sporty person at all. I don't like sport, like gym is not my thing. It's really hard to force myself to go somewhere for training. I really like boxing and box itself, but again, you need to commit to some new classes, and I don't want to, so I just started it with small steps. We'll see, but for now it's more than enough for me. I don't want to go to any classes. And also, what about like meditation, working with head itself? Yeah, I'm still reading books and still meditate and trying to do it differently, because previously I did it like maybe I can find some relaxed music or relaxed sound and trying to be still and not to think about things. But now I started to do it with guided meditation, so I found it on different apps. I tried, I don't know, like 20 different apps to find the right one that suits me. So I find guided meditation for 10 minutes, for 15 minutes, and just sit and relax, because sometimes, usually, when I'm meditating without any guidance, it's like, oh yeah, I'm still for 1 minute, but then I started to think about my stuff, my work, clients, what do I need to do tomorrow, about my bookings, all this stuff, and just forget that I'm meditating now. So I started to do guided, and it helps. Yeah, sometimes I can be destructive as well, but in general, it's really good, and it really helps me with before bed, because I have my like muscles here. It's always intense, and it's not good. It's about nerve system, all the stuff. And I feel like when I'm waking up in the morning, it's so tight here. And I realized when I'm meditating before bed, even if I'm going to sleep during meditation, it helps me not to feel tight muscles in my jaw in the morning. And yeah, it looks and feels like a magic, but it works all together. And another stuff that helped me, I started to cook at home, and we started to eat at home mostly of the time, because previously we didn't. We used to have this lifestyle when you're going out in the morning, then you go home to work, and you go out for lunch and go for dinner. Sometimes we can have, previously, like 5 years ago, we had breakfast at home, but usually we went out to have a lunch. And now we started to have almost all of our dishes at home, and it also helped me to improve my mental health, because I don't need to worry where to go. I don't need to think that we are spending a lot of money. I don't need to be hungry, because sometimes when you go into a new place, or when you're going to a place with small dishes, you're not like fully enough, and you feel like you are full, but it's sometimes not enough, and you go in to have a croissant or to have a coffee or something like that. You know, it's like health in general doesn't feel good and my body in general doesn't feel good when I'm eating sweets. And recently my doctor says, no, it's like your blood level already not that good to eat that much sweets, so I stopped to eat some chocolate and pastries in that amount that I did before. And again, in general, like all of that works well when I'm combining it all together. And I also, what else? Oh yeah, I also started to use my earplugs. I started to use it almost every day. So I'm sleeping in earplugs, I'm using it in a transport when I'm going out, just me. And I understand that it will be crowded here, or there is somewhere where I'm going, especially if it's in the center. It's noisy in the transport. I'm using my earplugs, and I tried also different brands from Boots, but I figured out that Loop, L-O-O-P brand is the best. They have different colors. It's not advertisement at all. I just love them, and they're simple and works well for me. Everyday's noise makes me anxious, and I become stressful because of noise, because of just people chatting around, or if it's not that quiet as I expected. So sometimes I'm going to the park, or I'm going by transport, by bus, and using my earplugs, but in the park I'm not using it to feel the nature. But yeah, earplugs helps me a lot. I can say it's like even half of improvement of my mental health being with earplugs, because I'm quite sensitive to noises or to chatting to other people talks, because I can recognize it and I'm listening to it, so I can't be abstract to talks. I don't know why, it's like, I don't know, just me. So earplugs really help me to be in my bubble, and it also helped me to reduce this noise, to not to become anxious again when especially I'm tired, or if I'm not in a good mood. Some big noises can make it worse. And also one thing that helped me recently, it's visiting different art exhibitions, different art events. We've been on a summer exhibition in Royal Academy of Art, and I realized when I'm in a room or I'm around this community, I feel relaxed. I feel like it's my community. I feel like it's for me. I feel confident, comfortable, and relaxed. I don't know why, it just helped me. I just wanted to share it. So maybe you can find your community, just way of community. Yeah? Maybe it's a community of photographers, maybe it's a community of crafters, or people who love and do gardening, or people who love, I don't know, like cars or something. Because I realized, yeah, it really helps. Even if I'm going out, I'm a shy person, and for me, usually like 80%, it's really hard to talk to people, to new people, or to be in a new company and just chatting, have small talks. Sometimes it's better for me just to stay home at home. And I realized when I'm going out in art communities, in art exhibitions or art opening, or visiting artist openings, like new exhibitions, something, it's not that scary. I can't say that I know everyone, that's why for me it's comfortable. No, it's like new people for me every time, but somehow it works, and I realized, oh, I'm not that worried person that I don't want to see people. No, I want to see people, but I needed to find that new community that's comfortable for me, and yeah, it helped. Helped, and helping now as well. And it's interesting because, for example, I have new exhibition soon, and I know I'm not worrying about it, that oh, it will be a lot of people there, or I need to talk, I need to have conversations. I just relaxed and I'm going there and I'm having fun and I'm enjoying my time there. So somehow in a magical way it works for me to understand that it's not scary, because if I'm going to, like, I don't know, even photography photography, some activities, it will be scary, because I'm a photographer, but I'm not big fan of technical stuff. I don't like to talk about cameras, about technical stuff, lenses, like new lenses coming up. Like, okay, I just not into it. So sometimes, yeah, it feels not right for me. For me, like more interesting talking about art, because it's more like you can do whatever you like. But for example, I like adore garden community, but because I don't know plants, I don't know names of the plants, and when people are talking like, oh, I just bought that one, I just planted that one, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand the conversation, and it also feels like feels not comfortable. So yeah, I just found that community is that comfortable for me, and really helps me to go out, to meet new people, to talk to people, even if it's not my friends, even if it's small talk. I feel more inspired, because sometimes people can tell funny stories, or they can just tell about themselves, and for me it's like something inspiring, because I can calibrate myself to their story, to them, and figure out, oh, I have no idea, or I just know how to solve my problem because of their idea of something, right? And yeah, it really helps. And I think the last one that really helps me now, it's nature. Even if it's cold and I'm going to the park, even if I'm in my jacket, like yesterday I did, I just try to touch the grass with my feet. Sounds silly, but helps to feel the ground, helps to feel my body itself, helps to feel myself in this moment. Yeah, I just want to go more often, like to forest, or to more wild nature, or to Lake District, like beautiful mountains or something like that, and I don't have not time but opportunity now to go there quite often. But I'm trying to use all small parks or small nature areas around me and visiting there more often. Even if I'm sitting in my phone and need to do something in my phone, if I'm doing it in the park, it feels quite different when I'm doing it in the cafe or at home. Or I'm like recently bought new paper books and going in the park to read it there, not at home or not on my phone, and it really helps to see green, to maybe explore new parks, to find new silence around me. And yeah, I really want to do it more often, to go to the wild, to forest, like deep forest, and to walk more. And it's nice weather. Like every day is sunny and I can do so, but I don't know, it's like sometimes it's always like, oh, I have that meeting, it will be not enough time, or I need to do the task, it will be not enough time, you know. But it's the last one that I didn't force myself enough to do. And I realized, oh, meditation is good, like massages, acupuncture is good. I started to do so. Check up, visiting my doctors, good. Doing yoga, good. But going like to the nature, like cooking at home, good. Tick. But going to the nature, not enough. So it's my last task. And all the stuff that I talked really helped me to be more balanced, to be more in that mood that when I feel kinda relaxed, not that anxious, not that stressful, because I'm that person that I'm trying to always control everything. Like 90% of things I can't control, but I'm thinking if I will think about it a lot, I will kind of control it. And oh God, I'm just tired of this habit in my life, and I really work on it now. And when I'm doing all this stuff like cooking, yoga, meditation, acupuncture, all together, it helps me to release it and to be in a new state, because when I'm relaxed or when I'm balanced or when I'm not controlling, it's also comfortable for me. I don't understand it. I feel like, oh, it's the right state that I need to be. But when I'm tired or when I forget about my state, or I don't feel myself, I don't feel my body, I don't notice how I'm feeling now, and sometimes could be all day, and in the evening I feel, oh, I'm so tired because I've been not running, but in this state that I need to run. Yeah, and it's exhausting, and you can live in this state, I guess, for 1 year, but more you feel like your health become not that good, and it doesn't make sense because it doesn't help anyone, right? It doesn't help me, my like people around. So it's like false state or false activities that I'm trying to pretend like I'm doing something. I'm running. See, I'm running. I'm doing it. No, you're not. You're just sitting and worrying about it. Well, what's the point, right? And yeah, I just wanted to share with you these thoughts, how I'm dealing with it, like pretty simple and not expensive stuff, but helps me to improve it. And I realize that noticing is the most important thing. Then you're starting, oh, I'm noticing, I'm worrying about it. Why do I worry about it? What do I want? What result do I want to have? Because I'm worrying about it. Do I need to feel like my body? Do I need to do something with my body? Or maybe I just need 1 minute of sitting, like sitting and just to be concentrated on my body, on myself, or on this thought. Or maybe some thoughts are running in my head and I need to stop them and just, okay, you're here. Like, what do I need? How do I need to act? What do you want from me? What do I need to do? And I'm trying to process this thought or this problem, because sometimes it could be on the back, but I'm not noticing it because I'm just busy. But when I'm noticing, like, oh, you are, come here, let's think about it. And then it's releasing. And then working with head, reading, listening to podcasts, working with body, working with head all together helps to improve, like with small steps. And I already doing it for like all together consistently about 2 or 3 months, and I feel and see a big improvement in this time, because when I started to do it all together, it's like, oh, it's like doesn't work. Why do I need to waste my time on it? It's like doesn't work. I need to find new things or new like tools, because it doesn't work. It's simple. It's not expensive, or it's like it's for free, and so it doesn't work. Now I see in 2-3 months that it really works all together, and yeah, I just want to go for it. Maybe you can recommend some things that helps you to improve your mental health, mental state in general, or some podcasts, some books, some YouTube channels. And I will left in the description below some recommendation what I'm reading, listening to, or watching. And thank you so much. Hope it was interesting or like helpful. Hope you find new ideas for yourself as well. And thank you so much. Bye bye.